What's going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here with another Shadow King boss video for you guys here, and this trick here, as you guys read the title, should save you guys in total 225 pieces for gear with regards to the Professor Xavier Saga, because of the fact that yeah, we're going to be able to basically maximize on utilizing three characters, actually. Three characters that we've, got with regards to the anniversary event. As everyone knows, the best buddies, they're basically getting awarded to us if you're able to do the Chad difficulty, which is the hard difficulty for like the mutant buddies, Avenger buddies. And yeah, and now with week 2 underway here, we have our Deadpool unlocked, tier 20, no resources invested. Wolverine, same sort of dealio, and of course as well, just this week here, Captain America himself, and yeah, should be reworks I think coming in for Cap and Wolverine on the horizon here. But let's also be grateful for the fact that yeah, I don't know if anyone expected for Scopely to award these tier 20 characters, and whether or not people were excited or not excited for it, I saw it as an opportunity to do some testing for you guys because, if I didn't get the free tier 20 characters, I definitely wouldn't have had the opportunity to do the testing, and I definitely wouldn't have made this video. So for sure, we ran it, and we were able to get it done here with these three characters, with Deadpool, Wolverine, and Captain America. And this is going to save you guys a bunch of materials, especially if you're doing the Professor Xavier Saga. And on top of that, I do believe this is the first time that in all my footage, I've done Shadow King a lot, and I've ran it several thousand times. This is probably one of the first times where I've been able to do it with only 2 Brimstone members. We've always ran 3-piece Brimstone, 4-piece Brimstone, 3-piece Liberty, 4-piece Liberty. That's the standard. And now, because we did get these 3 characters unlocked here, Deadpool, Wolverine, and Captain America, we are able to get the 3-star on Shadow King with only 2 members of the Brimstone members. So again, I'll give you guys a little bit of background here. I did run and play it for about, I'd say 30 minutes, 40 minutes, which in the grand scheme of things, it requiring a lot of resets, because I have played this boss node quite a bit of times, so I know when there's good RNG placement and when there's bad RNG placement. So placement is important, but do keep in mind the most important factor is just with a little bit of timing and a little bit of luck, and if you have some time and patience, you may be able to save yourself 225 pieces of Mystic or whatever else gear, because otherwise, if we would have otherwise leveled up, like say for example, if you're running, let's say for example you were trying to go for 4-piece Brimstone plus maybe Swordmaster, that right there would have costed at least another 225 Mystic pieces, because with Daemon and Living Mummy, they're already Mystic required. And then if you would have had, for example, Elsa, and then Swordmaster, and I guess Hellcat, actually, she is skill. Sorry, she is skill, so I guess she would have been fine. But either way, it would have been 225 pieces in total. 150 Mystic, 75 skill. So either way, you could use those pieces to get you further in the Xavier Saga, and you could save that Mystic, that very precious Mystic gear, for like, say for example, like your Odin or your Mephisto or your Null. And yeah, otherwise it would have been wasted. But having said that, hopefully you guys are able to take advantage of this, and hopefully you guys can make it work for yourselves as well here. Like I said, it did take about 30-40 minutes, and yeah, I honestly, I was watching TV as well, so I honestly didn't think it was too tedious, but I have played this node quite a bit, and I think in all the times that I've played it, I think I was actually having quite a bit of fun with it as well, because I was just impressed. I was really impressed that these characters were making it work. And I think I ran it the first couple times, and I was like, is this going to be doable? And actually, my first attempt, I almost got it done. So then I was like, yeah, it's doable. So anyways, that's enough. That's enough ramble. From me. I hope this helps you guys out, and hopefully, for those of you that are kind of working towards Professor Xavier, hopefully this can save you some resources along the way, and hopefully when you guys do get Professor X, then you're able to also, use those resources elsewhere, so you can maximize and also maybe work towards the next chase, which is, of course, Annihilus himself. Okay, so that's enough jibber jabber. Without further ado, let's get into the gameplay aspect of it. Alright guys, so this is the potential formation that I have with my team here. And again, very specific ISO 8s. I tried different combinations to see which one would help with the sustain. And I do feel like this is the best way to go here. We have a triple barrier plus 1 healer, 1 raider. And also I want to just say, keep in mind, depending on how big your Daemon is, depending on maybe how big your Living Mummy is. Those two really are the core pieces. You need those guys to be the biggest and the baddest. All my characters are level 105, so if your characters are more than 105, I definitely feel like that it's going to give you a little bit of an edge. But I am reluctant to level up any characters at this point in time, because I want to wait and see with what happens with Annihilus first, and figure out if there's any more new teams coming out, and whether or not our resources and our gold are going to be best spent. Also, keeping in mind, most people that are running Professor Xavier would also have these characters at 105, so I also didn't want to get too far away from that. Running characters at like max level 110. Getting maybe some of the tier 21 pieces equipped as well. It did not seem realistic for me. I could have easily done it, but I chose not to because, like I said, I wanted to kind of keep it still fairly similar to what people are using for their Xavier Saga. And of course as well, if you guys are able to use the gold, if you guys are able to invest in more levels on them, especially on Daemon or on Living Mummy, it may give you an edge and may reduce the RNG side of things. But otherwise, yeah, let's quickly jump into the gameplay here, and you guys can see what I did. Okay, so once you get in here, you want to make sure that when Daemon does ult, you want to make sure that it does not remove Living Mummy's revive once. If he gets that revive once removed, he's not going to have the taunt, and that's going to make it's going to make things a hell of a lot harder. And on top of that, you'll also see right here that he actually doesn't chain his counter attacks as well, because it just doesn't do any good. First and foremost, the most important thing about doing this is you can kind of tell this placement is not ideal. This is definitely far from ideal, but I kind of went with it because of the fact that we have Daemon and we have Living Mummy all kind of in that cluster, and we have Wolverine in there who's kind of weaker as well, so it kind of works out for us. So we want to get rid of the evasions, so that way Deadpool can do his stun, and then he can do the chain attack. It works out great because Living Mummy and Daemon are right beside each other, and if they are, this is a very solid position. We also have Shadow King kind of adjacent, so we can kind of get some chain splash damage as well. And as you guys can kind of see here, we are focusing on Daemon because he is easily the most dangerous piece to the opponent's side of things, and we do not want him ulting us again. We do not want him using that damn special. We're going to use our own ultimate, so this is going to apply the ability block, and this is going to make things a little easier for us. Now our Living Mummy can go because the other one's stunned. We're going to use this one here. I should have actually maybe splashed Shadow King, but I wanted to kind of get the cluster there, and again, they're going to take some attacks. We got the barrier, we got the deflection. This is going to keep our team a little bit more cushiony. And you guys will see here, the next big task is we need to make sure that we can get through Shadow King's ult. He's going to do his special first, and then he's going to do his ult. We want to make sure we can get through that. We're saving Captain America's special for now because we don't need the energy, and we take out Daemon with Deadpool's special. Now we get some little bit of turn bar back to our Daemon. This is important because that's going to allow him to ult. And now watch. When we use the special here, Daemon's gonna do a decent amount of damage, but now Shadow King does his ult, and this is very important here. This is gonna require a little bit of RNG because it depends on the crits as well, right? He's gonna ping, our Wolverine survives. That's step number 2. We got through that, so now we're almost in the clear. Once he uses that ult and our team survives, we're almost in the clear here because now we're setting our positions up here. So now you can see Wolverine's very low on health, and this is where I got here a few times. And yeah, it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna require a little bit of RNG because you really need him to live. Luckily for us, Shadow King doesn't have his special anymore. He doesn't have his ult. Wolverine, he doesn't do that chain attack either because he already used it. Living Mummy here is keeping things over to the left side, so Wolverine's protected. but he was able to get the taunt off, which really sucks because it just slows us down quite a bit. We can't really do too much other than the fact that we have to kind of get through his taunt first. Luckily for us, we get some heals back on Wolverine thanks to Deadpool's healer ISO 8. And then again, we just kind of do our thing here. We maintain, we get our buffs up. And because Shadow King already used his ult, and he is quite a few turns, as you guys can kind of see here, he's like 5 or 6 turns away from that ult. So we have a little bit of cushion now. We have a little bit of time to kind of recoup ourselves. And again, it's going to require a little bit of luck because we also have a little bit of luck from Captain America's taunt as well. But yeah, it's going to require, like I said, a little bit of RNG. It also depends on who they attack. And yeah, we do want them attacking Living Mummy, but if he doesn't attack Living Mummy and he hits Cap, you also want Cap to be surviving, so that's why we have him with the barrier, so it gives him a little bit more tankiness. Right now, what we're trying to do here is we're just trying to get through this damn taunt because it's so annoying. Daemon is still 2 turns out from his special, which really sucks. We want to use that special as soon as we can because it just does a deadly blow to their health. We're still a couple turns away from Shadow King's ult as well, so that's not bad. So we're still good ways. Again, he uses his, Living Mummy is really one of the MVPs for this because, yeah, we would have easily taken out Wolverine already. We would have easily taken out Shadow King. We don't use the stun here because we're trying to save it. It's just going to evade and it's going to miss. We want to save a stun for later on. So again, Captain America is going to do his thing. He's going to chain attack. Yeah, right now you're just maintaining. We're 1 turn off now from Living Mummy's ult as well. And Daemon is about, he's going to get his turn, but he's still 1 turn off from his special. So yeah, unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. If we would have got the kill, he would have got the special earlier. And that's the reason why we want it faster. So 2 turns from his ult, 1 turn from his special. So we're going to be able to do basically his special next. And yeah, like I said, we're just kind of getting through this taunt here. We're focusing on Captain America now because of the fact that he's an easier target. Right here, we do the ult here because we're hoping that this kills Wolverine. This does not kill Wolverine. He's tanky. He's being an a-hole, and he's tanky. But luckily for us, Shadow King is still pretty weak because he didn't, he already used all his cooldowns. He used his ultimate. And again, now we can go with Deadpool here. Now we can throw the stun and do some chains. This is going to chain off, get the kill for us. Daemon can now use his ult. This is going to hurt. He's going to apply the trauma. He's going to flip some stuff. Doesn't matter, Wolverine or who whoever hits Deadpool, Wolverine, whatever. Once we kind of get through that, our buffs are back up. We've got a good amount of health on everybody. We got barrier. We got immunity. We got defense up. It's crisp and clear, and the path is easy now, guys. It's easy. Now without that taunt, we also have to make sure we're maintaining Shadow King. Shadow King, as you can kind of see here, he's getting close to his ult. That's no big deal. We're going to throw the special here. This is almost going to kill him. And now we can kind of finish the trash. So there you guys have it. What do you guys think? Is this AI or did this work? So anyways, guys, yeah, hopefully helps you guys out. This is going to be a game changer for people that are trying to strategize for Professor Xavier, especially if you have these 3 characters unlocked. This is going to help speed things through. I was not expecting for this 3-piece to work. Whoops. But it did. And yeah, I'm very happy with it. And yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to say other than the fact that it's, like I said, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some patience. And if you guys plan accordingly and you're patient and you mess around and like I said, if you want to bump some levels up, increase them a little bit more, give you a little bit less RNG side of things, it may help as well. Otherwise, let me know in the comments below if you guys are going to, try this attempt and maybe get this to work for you guys as well to kind of save you a bunch of resources. Otherwise, guys, I want to thank you again for your time. It's always my pleasure, and I'll see you guys in the next one.